Time cheating, as some ancient philosophies propose, is not about defying time in the literal sense, but rather learning to manipulate one's perception of it. Across various ancient traditions, there is a common belief that the rigid, linear way we experience time is just one of many possible perspectives. Through particular mental practices and awareness, it's believed that we can cheat time not by stopping it, but by altering how we experience it. This concept invites us to explore time as an elastic, multidimensional experience, one that can be stretched, condensed, or even paused in meaningful ways. Ancient philosophers from various traditions, such as the Vedic sages of India, the early Taoists in China, and certain Greek thinkers, explored ideas that challenge the common perception of time. They argued that what we call time is largely a construct of the human mind, bound to how we measure events. These traditions believed that by cultivating awareness, we can transcend the typical experience of time, accessing a state of timelessness. This state, described in both meditation practices and metaphysical texts, is one in which the practitioner is deeply aware but no longer confined to the regular flow of seconds, minutes, and hours. One central approach to this idea of time cheating involves practices that help an individual become fully present, or deeply immersed, in the current moment. This state of presence, sometimes referred to as flow in modern psychology, is said to change one's experience of time dramatically. In moments of complete presence, time can feel as if it's moving slower, allowing individuals to stretch the subjective experience of a moment. Conversely, deep presence can also speed up the perception of time when one is engaged in a task. Ancient thinkers observed this phenomenon in meditation, art, and dance, where practitioners felt they could enter a state outside regular time constraints, gaining a heightened sense of awareness and focus. Meditative practices that still the mind, remove distractions, and narrow one's focus also play a large role in this perception. Many spiritual teachers suggest that the mind, when freed from its typical cycle of thought and desire, can enter a state where time is irrelevant. This state is likened to stepping into a space beyond time, where there is only a continual now. In the Yoga Sutras, for example, the concept of samadhi represents such a state, a union with the present that dissolves time's effects, creating a sense of timeless awareness. Greek philosophers like Parmenides also explored this idea, positing that true reality exists outside of our perception of time's flow, where all events are happening in a single, eternal moment. Another aspect of this philosophy involves remembering the future, a technique found in both mystical and psychological practices. By using visualization to connect with a desired future outcome as if it's already present, individuals can create an impression of that future event within their minds. This practice, which exists in forms of meditation and prayer, works with the idea that time is non-linear. By holding a future event in our present awareness, ancient teachings suggest that we can pull it closer to us in the fabric of time. Some teachings propose that, just as memories influence our present actions, so too can a vivid sense of the future shape our decisions and experiences in the present. Lastly, ancient philosophers taught that the concept of time is malleable when we enter altered states of consciousness. States induced by deep meditation, breathing exercises, and rhythmic music or dance were seen as gateways to a flexible experience of time. In these altered states, the ordinary boundaries of past, present, and future appear to merge, revealing time as a fluid experience rather than a strict progression of moments. Such practices are aimed at breaking the habitual patterns of the mind, releasing it from its attachment to linear time, and allowing the practitioner to experience a broader, interconnected view of existence. The art of time manipulation in these ancient traditions ultimately teaches that by transforming how we perceive time, we can enrich our experience of life itself. Time becomes not a rigid line, but a canvas for human experience, subject to the colors of perception, focus, and awareness we choose to bring to it. For those on a spiritual path, this perspective opens up a new understanding of reality, showing that while physical existence may be bound by time, consciousness need not be. Instead, consciousness, with practice, can transcend it, allowing us to live with greater awareness and freedom within the moments we have.